Concluding the first leg of his nationwide familiarization tour, the Chief of Defense Staff, Lieutenant General Drame, and the top-level military delegation was accorded a warm welcome at the Lower River military post.
Salute! Be up!
The Army Chief begins regional engagements with a call on governors to update them about the tour, alongside discussions to improve civil-military relations, with goodwill gifts from the Army, showing gratitude to regional leaders as they work to support effective service delivery in the armed forces. These engagements were widely acknowledged and hailed by governors as a meaningful venture needed to boost the morale of soldiers working to protect and support communities.
Resonated with the past, what have happened and what we did. We've all seen it. We are commended for that. Now, as regional governors, we are here to implement government programs, policies, and projects. And you've been a very important element of the arm of the government because you stand for the sovereignty of the state. So whatever we're talking about in the Gambia, peace has to prevail. And leaving all your beautiful office and your cozy areas to come and interact with your people shows how much you care about your people, who will in turn stand for the peace and security of this country. Your captain, I've been to Pakaliba and visited the places. We will also reassure you that the office of the governor here is very much open to working with the military. In fact, before your coming, we also did some little bit of sensitization to our communities, to welcome you, to accept you, to see you as brothers and sisters, as partners in development, which we will always be ready to do.
Across communities, the CDS extended a message of peace, citing the important role soldiers play as custodians in maintaining peace and tranquility. Lieutenant General Yakuba Drame and delegation later drove to Kalaji, where a brief handing and taking over ceremony was done in colorful military tradition before this address to soldiers and sentrymen on the ground.
What is more important, we share one thing in common, that's the Gambia. Meaning we have to work towards the maintenance of peace and security in this country. Let's see how we work together closely. How do we complement our efforts to make sure this country remains intact, to make sure that there's peace and security in this country. That's the ultimate goal. Let me thank most profoundly for the reception that you gave us and the hospitality.
The first leg has been described as a success, following fruitful engagements that saw the Chief of Defense Staff unveiling projects fulfilling pledges made in the previous year. This is also the first countrywide tour by the Gambia's Defense Minister Serigne Modou Njie, who expressed satisfaction with security details and troop welfare across the country.
And one very important thing that makes me very happy is the fact that you're living and working in a very cordial relationship. This is something that I wanted to encourage you to keep up the good work. They're your sister services, and then you must complement each other in the execution of your functions and duties. The Chief has already mentioned that we have different mandates in our constitution, and then there should not be any issue when each sector happens to do what is entailed in the constitutional mandate.
Well-timed, beneficial, and inspiring, this is a critical first step by Gambia's top military chief to rebuild trust and confidence in the army, in line with the needs of ongoing security sector reforms. The CDS and team are set to resume the second phase of the tour in the Greater Banjul Metropolis and West Coast on Monday. For GRTS News, this is Isatou Keita.